In this video, Kevin and I are going to be talking about the TV shows and movies that we watched during the month of July. This will probably be the shortest video ever.
She says that and then she talks for an hour.
And then I won't.
Not this time.
I won't this time. But the reason, I've said this before, I've tried to explain. When we're working our way through a series, well then we're watching those same shows every single night. And
sometimes two of the episodes.
Yeah, and it's not like it's going to be a bunch of different shows. So,
plus it's kind of a slow time right now anyway.
Oh,
some of the regular shows.
It wouldn't be a slow time for us though, because
no, but I'm saying some of the regular
much
shows that we normally watch, like weekly shows, they're not on right now.
But we have so much to watch anyway and to catch up on,
yeah,
that just like that House of the Dragon and stuff that's come back on, haven't even started it yet. But
wait until it finishes.
We have all kinds of stuff like that we haven't even started because we're still working our way through other things.
Right.
Plus, we were gone for a week. We were gone for a week on vacation during July,
yep,
and so that was a week of TV time that we didn't have.
Yeah. Plus I've been playing a game with Andrew, so that took some time away too.
Yeah, so I mean, all those little things add up. But I watched this one by myself on the airplane. What did you watch on the airplane?
They were all short trips. So I watched an episode of Cheers, which by the way is not nearly as funny as it used to be.
On the way to New York, we took two different flights. Neither one of them had TVs. On the way home, I think we only had one plane with a TV. The other one didn't. So I had the opportunity to watch one movie, and that's what I did.
Yeah.
So you chose, instead of choosing to watch a movie, you chose to watch Cheers?
There was nothing else on there that I wanted.
Cheers?
Yeah, I wanted to see if I thought it was funny still.
Oh, well, and you didn't.
I didn't.
Okay. Well, I took that time to watch a movie that I had never even heard of it before. It was called Wicked Little Letters, and it's 2023 Olivia Colman. Olivia Colman's the same one that played the Queen, and she made an appearance in another show that we're watching right now, and I'll mention her that show in a minute. But it says, when people in Littlehampton, including conservative local Edith, began to receive letters full of hilarious profanities, rowdy Irish migrant Rose is charged with the crime. Suspecting that something is amiss, the town's women investigate. The way that Internet Movie Database writes these, it's very hard to really...
That sounds like nothing I'd
decipher what's going on.
I would never click on that movie based on that description.
Well, I knew if it had Olivia Colman that it would probably be a good movie. So what the deal is somebody, you've heard of the poison pen, these people, these women or whoever that like to write really scathing letters and send them to people anonymously. Well, all kinds of people in this town have been getting these horrible letters, and they don't know who's doing it, and they think it's this one girl, and she's like, you know, you might not like me, but I'm not the one doing this. And so the women in town get together to try to figure out who's really writing the letters. And it was good. I enjoyed it. I thought Olivia Colman did a good job. I thought there was another girl, I did not recognize her. She was the lead character. I thought it was really good. If you don't mind a little cussing here and there, I thought it was very enjoyable. It's like a one-time watch. Or if Kevin wanted to watch it, I would watch it again with him. But pretty much from the beginning, it's a very one of those that like you
straightforward.
Yes, you can guess. You can guess the ending before it ever happens. Kind of like a rom-com. Boy meets girl, you know they're going to end up, something's going to happen, they're going to break up, and then they're going to end up back together. With this movie, you knew pretty much how it was going to end up, but I enjoyed it anyway, and it's something that
sometimes the story to get there, even though it's predictable, sometimes the story to get there is interesting enough to be good. Yes,
so that was great. So I watched that by myself. And then I watched a movie by myself. This shocked our son Andrew. I asked him, I said, have you ever seen the movie Rounders? It's from 1998. And he starts quoting.
I've seen that a bunch of times.
Yeah, he starts giving me all these quotes. He literally can do a 100% perfect John Malkovich impression. I mean, like spot on. He can do the impression of this man. And I'm like, I'd never even heard of it before. I had never even heard of Rounders. So what the deal is we're watching a show, and we can go ahead and talk about this show because I should have mentioned it in the first one. We're watching a show called The Bear. Well, Olivia Colman, who I mentioned before, Olivia Colman was in an episode of The Bear, but she was in one episode as a chef. In the show The Bear, occasionally you see movie posters behind them in whatever room they're in. And Rounders...
It's like it's very intentional, though.
Yes, but they either mentioned Rounders or there was a poster or something. And so I thought, I looked it up. It had Matt Damon, and I thought it had John Malkovich and a bunch of other famous people. And I thought, I'm going to watch that. And I loved it. I thought it was great.
I've never seen it.
It's on Paramount Plus. It's a young reformed gambler must return at playing high-stakes poker to help a friend pay off loan sharks while balancing his relationship with his girlfriend and his commitments to law school. So it's Matt Damon. He has a gambling problem, so he's trying to stay away. He's in law school. He has a girlfriend. And then basically, like it said, his friend's in trouble and needs him, so he has to go back to playing poker to help him win some money to save him. And it was a really good movie.
Never seen it.
Then, okay, so I said we would talk about The Bear because I've mentioned it twice. The Bear has Jeremy Allen White, and it's only like a half an hour show, so it's quick. Mm-hmm. And Berzotto, is that how you say their last name? Like their last name is like Berzotto, and so they call him The Bear. And they live in Chicago, so the whole show takes place there. But he is a chef, and he has left and gone to what, Copenhagen?
Copenhagen's where he went for a while. Then he was in New York for a while,
too.
Yes,
and so he has trained to be a chef. He has been around all of these incredible people, and he's learned so much. And so there has been a death in his family, and the family-owned business restaurant was given to him. It was left to him in the will. And so
that's basically what the show's about.
He has come home to take over this family business.
Mm-hmm. And navigating family issues and business issues. And
the only episode that we watched that has been longer than a half an hour was the Christmas episode.
In season 2.
And it was an hour long. And it had lots of famous people. Mm-hmm. It had Sarah Paulson. It had Bob. Is his name Bob Odenkirk?
Something like that.
Is that something? Is
Better
Call Saul. It had Jamie Lee Curtis. There was a lot of famous faces in that episode. Mm-hmm. But it was really good. I enjoyed it. Yeah. The show itself is fantastic.
It's good, but it's good in a different way than you traditionally think of a show being. Like, it's good for different reasons. I like the story, and it's like that, but it's not a fast moving show by any means, and it's not like actiony or it's nothing like that. It's just stories of people,
I think
it's a drama. No, it's not even a drama. What would you call this?
I would call it a drama.
Would you call it a drama?
Yeah, I would, because I think of
family drama.
A lot of people. People who comment on the videos all the time, I get to know people through comments, and I can tell a lot about people through the comments they leave. Like, people will not think that I know things about them, and they think they're revealing something to me later, and it's like, oh, I knew that about you all along because I could tell from the kind of comments you leave. I can tell a lot about people from their comments. That's just me. And where I'm reading them every day and I'm interacting every day, I know a lot about you. And so there are a lot of people who watch our videos that could not watch that show.
Oh,
because it's loud.
Loud.
It's
very
angry.
Loud.
It's a lot of screaming and shouting, and it's a lot of
talking over each other.
It's a lot of voices. It's like you've got your family together for Christmas and you're all talking over each other, but it's every single episode is like that. And so
yeah, there's been a few.
Some people could not handle that.
That would trigger some people.
Yes.
There have been a few quieter, tamer episodes, but those are in the minority.
Yes.
They really are.
For the majority
and the Christmas
of the
episode
time,
was like the pinnacle. I mean, it was like the max. You could
Yeah. So a lot of you would not.
It was too much for me, honestly.
Yes.
The Christmas episode was too much for me. It was like I wish they just shut the hell up.
And then there's been some episodes where I haven't realized that it's been so tense. There's been so much tenseness between these characters and so much bickering and fighting and so much going on
that you feel
that. Well, at the end of the episode, the thing came on and I'm like, it's over, and I was like. Literally, I felt myself go because I didn't realize that I'm tensed up the whole time, and I didn't even realize that it's been a whole half hour of this, and it's never slowed down, and all this stuff's going on, and things are happening. It's almost like when you see these sitcoms and they've decided to do a live show, like Roseanne, I think, did that. Mm-hmm. Like they did a live show and it was all in one, and there was like no commercials or anything. Shows have been done like that just a few times. It was almost like I felt like that, like there was no pause, and like it was like I'm really watching this, and I just like, oh my gosh, I was exhausted. Yeah, but that's how good it is too.
It is a good show. I think it's a little slow at times, but I do think it's a good show.
I think every person in there has been exceptional.
Mm-hmm.
The acting.
Yeah, they've done a really good job.
Do you have a favorite person that you like?
Probably the main character.
Okay.
The chef guy, Carmine or Carmy or whatever they call him.
Carmine. I think his name's Carmine.
Carmy is what they call him.
Yeah. Carmine.
He's probably my favorite.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I like the sister too, but for weird reasons, just because I think she's she's the only one. She's a female, but she takes control of these guys.
Right.
Pretty decent.
Yeah, so. I think she's grown up. She has to.
She has
yeah.
to.
I like the friend.
He's actually the guy in that show is actually a chef in reality.
Yeah, what is their name? The family.
Frizz or Fritz or something like
Fizz
that.
Fizz or Frizz or something like that. Yeah, I like.
If you watch the show, you know.
But you know what? I like them all. I do too. I like Richie. I mean, there's just things I like about everybody. Yeah. But it's a wonderful show if you can handle the intense scenes and the screaming and the interaction. Yeah, this is just how they are. Yeah. They're full of life and they talk big, and that's just their big personalities. So then we were still working our way through Malcolm in the Middle. That's going to be one of those shows.
It was on for years.
We're still watching it. We're still enjoying it. It still is funny. It still is. The episodes are something new's happening all the time. Yeah. So either you've watched it or you haven't. It's a sitcom.
If you've watched it, the older son drives me nuts. I wish the
military school.
They're wasting their money sending him to military school. He needs to be in boot camp. Real boot camp.
Right.
Because he gets away with too much and it hasn't taught him anything. I don't like the oldest kid's character.
I've never enjoyed that part of the show. I told Kevin from the very beginning they could completely have eliminated having an older son or having him be at military school.
I don't know what the whole point of it is.
And just have the kids at home. Just have the 3 boys at home and not deal with the older kid at all. Because I like the stuff that happens at home.
I mean, it gives them a few more story arcs here and there. But,
it does.
But I mean, for me, I'd rather just have them at home.
But it's almost like 2 shows. And,
it's like it's been added on at the end.
Like
it's
they had to have
let's
something.
Get some filler in here. We'll throw in some of the older brothers.
Let's bring in Cousin Oliver.
Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah. We finished Ghost UK.
Yeah, the UK version.
Someone else said, I tried to watch Ghost, the US version, and didn't like it. Well, I'm not recommending the US version. I'm only recommending the UK version. That's the one.
I liked it.
Yeah, it's so good. The characters are wonderful.
Yeah, they're really well acted and stuff too.
Every single person there.
And I laugh at something pretty much every episode.
Yes. Yes, and it's just so well done.
It is very done.
And if I could knock my head and see ghosts, I think that would be awesome. If I believed in ghosts, but I think that would be the coolest thing. We are still working our way through Lost. We, as of this, us recording this, we are right in the middle of season 2, and that
still don't give away spoilers.
No, but we, like I said, we went on vacation for a week, and usually we watch an episode a day.
Those are hour-long episodes, too.
Yeah. So we would have probably be right at finishing season 2.
Probably season 2, yeah.
Yeah, but we're in the middle of season 2, and I'm still enjoying it. I'm finding out a lot more about the characters.
And people you said, ooh, I don't like them at all.
Yeah. Well, and then somebody in the episode we watched last night, I won't give anything away, but in the episode we watched last night, somebody that I had thought that I had liked, after I got their backstory, it's like, oh, they're a horrible person. You don't realize that they're a horrible person. You don't realize that they are who they are. And now I realize this is a really horrible person. And I still feel that way after,
Of course, sometimes you get more backstory as the show goes on. So
yes. So I may get to hear more, but I can't imagine hearing more things about this person to justify what they did. There's no justification for them doing what they did in their past. So anyway, still enjoying Lost. Then I told you about the bear. Bake Off the Professionals. It has gone off, but we are just really slowly working our way through that.
We don't watch it every night. We just watch it kind of here and there.
Here and there when the mood strikes. We're also watching MasterChef.
The Great British Sewing Bee, that one ended, and we'll pick that one up occasionally.
Yes, we're just like, okay, well, I'm really in the mood to watch a Lost, so I'd rather watch that than the Sewing Bee, even though it's gone off. MasterChef. I like MasterChef, but I think it's one of those shows where it's like so like fake for TV that it's like, I don't know. I think so much of it is set up for TV.
I think the cooking is real.
I do too. But there's
most of the other stuff
things,
is very set up.
And it's like, they don't have to do all this to make it a good TV show. You don't have to jump through all these hoops to make it good. We're going to be interested in it, just you all cooking and competing. You don't have to do all this fancy stuff for us. We like it anyway.
I think it's just been on for so many years, they feel like they have to keep it fresh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if I'd been watching it just like Survivor, we watched Survivor for many, many, many years. We got tired of it and quit watching it.
We quit watching it for a few seasons.
Probably 2 or 3 seasons. We quit watching it entirely and then kind of picked it back up again.
And now we're enjoying it again.
So I think MasterChef would be like that. You watch it for years, I think you would get tired of it and then you'd come back to it. So
yeah. And then we finished a show. This is like it's called The Jetty. And
it's only 4 episodes.
It's only 4 episodes. It has Jenna Coleman. Jenna Coleman's the one that played, if you ever watched Victoria, the TV series Victoria, she played Queen Victoria. She was also in Doctor Who. Yeah. And she's a really good actress. I
like her as an actress.
Yes. It says it follows Detective Ember. Her name is Ember, which we thought that was different, but it's pretty. It's a pretty name, Ember. Ember Manning, as she must figure out how a fire at a vacation home is connected to a podcast journalist investigating a missing persons cold case and an illicit love triangle between a man in his 20s and 2 underage girls. I tell you, that's
that describes it.
It does, but to say it and to read it.
If you never watched it though, and you read that, you'd be like, "Oh my gosh,
what in the world?"
It sounds convoluted.
It sounds very, very convoluted.
Watching it, that makes complete sense.
Yes, yes.
It was a good show though.
Jenna Coleman, she is a detective.
Ember.
Yes, she is a detective, and she's trying to solve a case. And it's what, a 15-year-old case?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So it was really good. Like I said, it's only 4 parts.
Something's happening every episode.
Yes, and there are twists and turns. And so my sister's watching it too, and she told me that it didn't get really good reviews. But we enjoyed it. Yeah. And I like it too. That it was for the British are really good with their TV shows.
Yeah, they're not afraid to make one show and begin it, end it, and that's it. That's all it's ever going to be.
No, they're not afraid to make a 4-part show and that be it. We used to have shows like that in America all the time.
A miniseries.
A miniseries. We would do it all the time. Yeah. They don't really do those anymore here. You don't. It would
be like a 2 or 3 part, 2 hour, 2-hour, 3-part show.
Yeah, and that's it. And those things, they're not popular anymore. And truly, that's all you need sometimes. And we can tell when
some of these shows, it's like 20 episodes.
Even that
could have been 5.
Right. Even that one British show with the Doctor Who guy, we watched it. He was a police guy, and we said this went on too long, even though it was only like an 8-episode police drama.
Oh, Broadchurch.
No, that was
phenomenal.
Really good. I'm thinking of Peter Capella.
Oh,
Is that his name?
Yeah, that did go on a little long.
It went on too long.
Yeah.
No, like Broadchurch, if you get a chance.
Broadchurch really didn't go long.
5 out of 5.
Yeah,
if you get a chance to watch Broadchurch, you need to watch it.
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of the name of it.
Yes, but we had said that went on like 8 episodes or something.
It was at least 1 or 2 episodes too long.
Yes, but most of the time they're very good at comes on, it goes off, and then they don't linger either. Like they know, like this Ghost UK, they knew it was time to end, and we're just not going to do any more episodes.
And it didn't end like a clean, like
no.
There's an ending. It was just. It's people living their lives, and their life is going to keep going even after the show goes on.
And you have no idea. Like there's questions that you still have. You don't have any answers to.
But they didn't get canceled. They intentionally ended it that way.
Yeah. So it's just life. So, but that's it. I told you this would probably be a short video, and this is a short
relatively short.
Yeah, it's pretty short. So if you want to leave suggestions for us, for the viewers, please do, because like we're watching The Bear. That was definitely a suggestion from several of you. The Jetty was a suggestion from my sister, but any suggestions you have, we appreciate it. And like I said, we do have shows that we do plan to watch, so you might name something that we plan to watch in the future.
Haven't got there yet.
Haven't gotten there yet. But
and don't get your feelings hurt if we don't watch something, because sometimes what sounds interesting to you may not sound interesting to us.
Exactly. So. Everybody has different tastes. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.